Now that's a solid win right there. Raptors beat the Miami Heat 125-104 without Kawhi Leonard, who is resting tonight. But the Raptors came out of the gate and just meant business off the tip, and they executed and they dominated this game from tip-off. Ibaka started in place of Marc Gasol, and Patrick McCaw took Kawhi Leonard's spot, which you thought was kind of strange because you usually have Norman Powell or maybe even OG that steps into the starting spot, but Patrick McCaw was inserted to the starting lineup by Nick Nurse and the coaching staff just to keep the rotations the same. And Nick Nurse's rotations in this game were fantastic. He adjusted. He put Kyle Lowry with the bench squad in that fourth quarter at the beginning and set the tone. It was a genius idea because the bench really couldn't get it going in that second quarter as much when they came out. And honestly, his rotations are similar to because he wants Van Vliet to come back and play that same role that Lowry played in that fourth quarter. And honestly, it will work perfectly tonight. Raptors got a huge lead and they won this game big time. Similar to the score that the Raptors had against the Pelicans, it was 127-104. This is 125-104. Not much different, but the result is the same right there. The Raptors played great defense throughout, ran the Heat off the three-point line, forced them to go into the paint, into the big guys. Serge Ibaka has been a monster lately. 13 blocks in 3 games for Serge Ibaka. Another 3 blocks tonight. He's just been fantastic defensively for the Raptors. And he even hit a 3 tonight, which was a great to see, a wide open 3, which was nice, right in rhythm. But the Raptors won this game due to their knocking down open shots. 3-point shooting was fantastic tonight. Franchise tying 21 threes made by the Raptors. I don't know what the Miami Heat were thinking with their defensive coverages because the Raptors' best shooters got the wide open looks. Danny Green was wide open on multiple shots tonight. And then Kyle Lowry, who's the Raptors' probably second best 3-point shooter, wide open as well. It just didn't make any sense whatsoever what the Miami Heat defensive plan was, because combined those guys dropped 11 threes, and honestly the rest of the team isn't that great shooting the basketball from the outside. Norman Powell is kind of streaky. He did knock down 3 threes tonight, but OG's not the greatest 3-point shooter. Siakam's iffy here and there. If he's in the corner, it's a good shot, but you had tons of guys you could have forced the basketball to, but the Miami Heat defense, which usually gets the Raptors fits, was didn't do much tonight as the Raptors destroyed them for 125 points. The Raptors are an elite team on offense when the Raptors can pass the ball and get in the high 20s, low 30s amount of assists. Again, 32 assists tonight. Raptors moved the basketball well, found the open guy. Raptors were making cuts and driving to the rim and just got wide open looks, good looks at the rim, high percentage shots, was just fantastic all game long. And honestly, pushing the pace was fantastic because against a team like Miami Heat, who are great half-court defense, the Raptors really pushed the pace. Siakam got on the fast break multiple times and just passed the ball around and got some good looks for everybody. He got Danny Green good looks. Just keep pushing the basketball. The Raptors in transition are just fantastic. There was this one play where the Raptors had, I believe, 5 guys just running down the court, and then the Miami Heat probably had like 2 or 3 guys back, but then Kyle Lowry, who held the ball at that time, found the perfect pass to Pascal Siakam, cutting straight for the layup. It was beautiful to watch, similar to like the San Antonio Spurs kind of basketball game right there. It was great to watch. Everybody was extra passing. Patrick McCaw made perfect decisions, but honestly, it just rubs off the passing, the selflessness. It was fantastic. Key points I had to point out in this game: OG Anunoby's cuts today were fantastic. He made timely cuts when the Raptors' ball movement was stagnant. He got 2 dunks out of it, and he got like a couple good foul calls that he got. Just aggressive like that. You don't have to dribble the basketball as much. Just follow what the ball is doing, see what the Raptors are doing, and just make your timely cuts. He was great tonight. Norman Powell and Marc Gasol's pick and roll was fantastic tonight. They executed against Whiteside and whoever was guarding Norman Powell, whether it was Justice Winslow or Josh Richardson. They executed, got wide open looks for Marc Gasol, just easy floaters or light jumpers in the lane. Good looks for him. Norman Powell played well tonight, hit 3 threes, was defending well, and it didn't force the action. He just let the game come to him. That's when Norman Powell is at his best, and honestly, he was solid. Jeremy Lin with back-to-back good games again, double-digit scoring from him. You need that from your backup role, and he was solid tonight. Just could have knocked down a couple open threes that just could have been daggers early on for the Raptors, but he did everything else well. Defensively, he was solid. 2 blocks tonight from Jeremy Lin. Random stat of the day, but he was solid all game long. And another huge thing I noticed tonight, when the Miami Heat were trying to slow down the Raptors and they ran their zone, Marc Gasol is a zone killer. You just pass it to him. He has a high range of, you can throw it to a 7-foot guy, long wingspan. You can just throw it high up in the air. Once he catches it right in the middle of the paint, that's the weakest spot of the zone, as everybody knows, and he just dissects the team right there. He finds easy cuts. He finds the guys, the shooters, just perfect, because the defense closes in on Marc Gasol, and he's an excellent passer, great vision, high basketball IQ, and he just destroyed the zone multiple times. Eric Spoelstra had no answer for the Raptors offense tonight, as they were just clicking all game long. It was great to see. Excellent game by the Raptors as a team. They got a back-to-back tomorrow against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kawhi will probably play that game. Only thing I'm a little worried about was Kyle Lowry did play 35 minutes tonight. He was excellent tonight though. 24 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. He was fantastic. The floor general set the tone, set the pace. He was your best player tonight. And by far, when Lowry plays at this high level, everybody just picks it up and just joins with it. Questionable things happen in this game. Terrible technical foul call on Kyle Lowry, where it shouldn't have been a foul. Justice Winslow goes up for a dunk, blatantly misses it because he tries converting it into a layup because he jumped too early. And then Kyle Lowry was called for a foul when he barely touched him. It didn't affect him at all. They called the foul. Then they gave him a technical on top of that. It was just bad calls all game against the Raptors today, but the Raptors did not put their heads down and complain. Instead, they just picked it up and just let their basketball do the talking, and that's exactly what your team should be doing. And they executed and dominated all game long. Solid win, guys. Until next time, peace. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the Raptors Wrap Up. Smash that like button, guys. Until next time, deuces.